Who's standing over there, one of the fashion professors.
Hey, what are you guys doing over there? Come on.
Okay. I want to thank Irina, one of the fashion professors who's standing over there, for making this program happen today. Professor Dill is going to tell the story. What I will say is that I maintain a strong sense of curiosity with Irina as your model for how things like this can happen. We both want you to follow your interests and your heart. We share a passion for you students and your success. We sometimes feel like we want to put you on a swing and push you really high so that you can see all the possibilities that are available for your life and what it can be. Jason Dill is a professional skateboarder and a humanitarian. I first met him last night, and I understand that he is a person with a real point of view and keen perceptions. I wish to thank him and his team for being here today. Irina asked him to come with no real available resources from the school at that time to support it, and Jason came out of his own interest in seeing what you all are doing and what's going on at ASU. And we really thank him for being a partner in our efforts to inspire you. Thank you, Jason.
Okay. Thank you for waiting outside. No one likes to wait, but it's so fun to be next. You know what I mean? Like, a line is so bad, but then when you're next, it's like, yeah, I'm fucking next. But ain't that life, you know? I feel like before I die, in my head I'll be like, what the fuck, eggs every day? Bitch, it's Friday. Whatever, I'm doing better at that. You get stuck in patterns. First of all, thank you again for coming out, all you young people and looking at us. There's a lot of you here, and I really appreciate your having interest in anything I make. The world's really deceptive in this time period, and there's so much going on. You know, I wouldn't blame any of you guys for like staying in bed and saying fuck everything. I get it. And most importantly, for me, talking to you guys, I just want to make sure you know this mainly. I'm not telling you guys what to do. I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. I'm not here to tell you that there's anything that you should do. I'm just going to tell you, I guess, to first turn your fucking phones off. No, but seriously, like, I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do. There's young people living in a time period that I can only imagine being your age in. Shit is, you know, fucked. You know, but it's okay, I guess, because what are you going to do? I get by making shit. It's obsessive compulsive. But with that, again, I thank you. You could be a lot of other places. You're here listening to a high school dropout speak at a university. And that's crazy shit. That's really. Can you please not speak in the back? Thank you. I was asked to come here. I didn't ask to come here, but thank you again. I'm not being a dick, sorry. I'm just trying to get all in there, guys. So, first I would like to thank a list of people that helped me get to where I am and be speaking here in front of you guys today. That would be Chris Carter, Mike Hill, James Jebbia, Anthony Van England, Mike Piscitelli, my brother Chris, William Strobeck, Tebe, Earl Sweatshirt. If it wasn't for that young man, I couldn't see the world through different sets of the eyes that he's had for the past 6, 7 years. And then lastly, Dylan. I'd also like to thank ASU as an establishment, the Herberger Institute, Irina. Thank you guys for everything. It's been, Danita, you guys have been super cool. And so I'm sitting in a restaurant in Pasadena, and I'm reading a book. And I like to do that. I like to go out and read at night in a restaurant. And I'm reading in a bar area because there's not ample light to read in the intimate dining area of the Parkway Grill. And this woman approaches me and she says, "What are you reading?" And now I cover my books with stickers because I don't want no one walking up being like, "Oh, you reading Lord of the Rings, dude?" Or "Give me your take on Celine." I don't want it. So anywho, there's a Basquiat sticker on my book. Supreme had made the sticker a while ago. There's a Basquiat sticker on my book, and Irina thought I was reading a Basquiat book. And I said, "No." And she said, "What are you reading?" And I said, "Well, this is Black Boy by Richard Wright." She said, "That's interesting." And she goes, "Wow, those are cool clothes." I said, "Well, I made them." And she said, "You did?" I said, "Yeah, I did." Anywho, that's what led to me being here, is Irina just humanly walking up to me and talking to me about what the fuck I'm doing. No computers were harmed, no texts were harmed in the forming of Irina and I's relationship. As you young people say, IRL, right? So, I drink water, like you guys, hold on. I'd like to show you guys, me spill water down my shirt. What happened earlier? She was talking all nice and you guys make skateboard noises? Come on. Thank you to my assistant Matthew Rules. I thought that people that assistants were soft when I was younger, but boy oh boy, I need it these days, so thank you, Matthew. I'd like to show you guys a clip of the greatest skateboard trick I've ever done. So go ahead and roll that. And scene. So someone says in the background, after I fall and get up, they say, "You're alive?" That clip is perfectly, that clip perfectly sums up my life, my career, everything I've ever done. That clip really sums it up. How do we do it to where it was before, where that big bar wasn't up there at the top? Because yesterday when we went over this, that wasn't there. This is just for your viewing pleasure, and I'm obsessive compulsive. See, these young people know. It's a new position for an assistant opening. I'll take resumes later. Just kidding. So as Matthew does that, thank you. One thing I got very much into as a teenager and then traveling the world from skateboarding was taking photos. And I just wanted to kind of just show you these photos. I feel like these photos represent a bit of kind of what, I don't know, the kind of shit that I seek out, I suppose. And so this first photo is taken out of my New York City apartment. It's a hungover Sunday morning, and it perfectly sums it up. And there's a little funeral procession outside. I love this photo. Also, I'm making a book of photos over the past 25 some odd years I've taken, and it's going to be a very big book. I'm not trying to advertise it, but this is fucking art, I suppose. So, let's go to the next photo. You know, it's just two birds in the sky, but I like it. You know, don't let anyone tell you, I mean, if your art sucks, your art sucks. There's nothing to do about it. But I'll get into that later. Everyone's made bad art. Every single person's made bad art. And bad art can be good sometimes. Next photo, please, Matthew. That's two people in the subway station, and obviously this tells a story. I don't think their night went very well. Next photo. I love this guy. So I lived in Africa for 3 months. And I met him, and we had a nice conversation. Keep it moving. And this photo is just, I really like this photo. It's dark on here, and the lights are up. I was going to turn the lights down a bit, whatever we're doing it. But I just like the composition. You got the guy over there, he's looking at stuff, this kid's walking off. Maybe the photo's not that good. Next one. This was taken somewhere in Europe, I believe in Brussels. I just, you know, a lot of my photos are taken out of a car, because I've never had a license, I've never driven, I don't drive. I don't understand how people do. And trust me, I should not drive. My mother always said, thank God you never drove. I just like the, you know, the shadows and shit, and we're there looking, and we're there looking, it's just, you know, you got one looking this way, one looking this way, I don't know what's going on. No, so keep it moving. And then this stuff, I did a lot of stuff throughout my book and the laying out of it. It's like, you know, she's looking off in the distance, then you go to the next photo. And she got the courage to actually, like, go from that one to a higher one. There she is floating in time and space. So next one. Now this is South Africa. This would be Johannesburg. And yes, I've been to a strip club in Johannesburg, South Africa. And that's some crazy shit. I wasn't in this one, because they had some sort of event the night before. But I love the story it's told. You know, Basic Instinct, VIP, Gentleman's Club, and a fucking stool through the window. It's just like, yeah. I like action, you know? I love action. Keep it moving. And then, this guy's sleeping. I pass him all the time. I lived on Kenmare Street. It was right down the street from here in New York City. I always pass this guy. He had a cat that lived with him in the booth. And so I caught him like this, and then boom, next photo. Hey, caught him this way. So like, it's that fun shit. You like flip through the book, and it's like, you can't. So keep moving. This is a photo I took of Dill in Texas. And yeah, I love it. It's just, I just really like everything about the photo, and then, you know, when someone goes away out of your life, these photos become different to you. You don't need to be some fucking artist. You don't need to be no fucking creator of some stupid company. This shit is human emotion. You guys all have it. Too bad most humans all have your phones, but at least you have the memory of this person gone on your phone, so I'm not judging. I'm just older than you. So that's Dylan. That's a beautiful photo. Keep moving. This is in Johannesburg. The kid just, it's everything style, and everything in it, the colors and everything. It's like, you know, I've definitely borrowed a fucking card from William Eggleston on this one. But no, I just love it a lot. And I used to live on Prince Street, so there it is. And I keep moving. Now, the reason I'm showing you these photos is because I will never take photos like this again. There's no way. I just won't. I'm not a weirdo like that, and I'm not on drugs, and I'm not the psycho-alcoholic I once was. I'm only like 10% of that. No. But I straight followed this man in Australia. And there's like 8 photos. I'd never do this again. Like, what am I doing bothering this dude's life? So go to the next photo. He's just trying to walk to the polo grounds. And I thought it was interesting that he's using his chair for support and walking, not to get deep. But, you know, I fucking took this photo. I don't know. You know, to me it means something. I guess it's something to convey to you guys. Like, someone might say your art sucks. Someone might say your photo sucks. But to you, you know, it's some special shit. And like, you know, you keep your thing about it. I'd like to take this moment to say that I have no personal Instagram, and any Instagram you see is not me. Because I don't have time to look at the fucking phone. There's too much going on. I'm not judging anyone in here, but we are spending tremendous amounts of time on these phones when you could be painting, you could be writing, you could be doing anything other. You could take that table, pull it over here, jump and slide across it. Because it's fucking fun. You don't need to show your fucking friends and get likes and all shit. It's like, I'm saying this in vain. Maybe some of you here would be like, yeah, fuck the phone. I'm gonna do some flat ground, I'm gonna paint, whatever. Keep moving everything. This is Africa again. Do you see that boy running? Why is he flipping me off? Africa's full of internet cafes. They're everywhere. Keep moving, Matthew. This is a man and woman in an argument in Miami. And again, I'll never take photos like this. Who am I to come up and like document these people's lives in the middle of like a really bad argument? But she kicked him. So I kept shooting. And the third. Yeah. I think she wears the pants in that relationship. That's Miami, probably 2006 or 2007. Welcome to the event. You're quite late, but it's okay. I like your bag. What's your name? Vivica! Vivica A. Fox has joined us. We're not going to show her on camera. She looks lovely for her age. Just kidding. So, I will never take photos like this again, because it's just the world that I took these photos in doesn't exist anymore, and the person that took these photos truly doesn't exist anymore. As far as me, myself, I just won't take photos like that again. It's just not, it's not there, you know. Just like I can't do some of the tricks I used to be able to do. It's just like, I'm sorry guys, you're probably only gonna get a backside 360 out, flat ground these days. But anyways, next photo, Matthew. So me and my friend, Dash Snow, he's a late, great artist, Dash Snow, we went to go stay at his father's house outside of Washington, D.C., about 3 hours outside of D.C. And we were having our own personal issues with substances at the time, so we thought it'd be a good time to go leave the city of New York and hang out with Dash's dad, Chris. And we're walking along in the middle of nowhere, this river, there's really nothing around, and this dog sees us across the way, and he's like, yeah, you guys are cool. And he starts swimming towards us. We're like, no, like, go back, like, don't come to us. So I just like that photo. I like that photo because it could be any time. This photo could be any time. And I kind of hate when people say that, but it kind of reads true in this. And what I'm going to talk about now, as far as like, you know, I'm not done with these photos because I'm obviously showing you now that it means something to me. I'm going to make these books, and it's going to be a gigantic book, you know, thickness wise. Because I moved on, not moved on, but I paint a lot now. And painting's really, really difficult, as you'll see, my paintings are bad. I am beholden. So keep it moving, Matthew. The dog was fine, he went back. And then this photo sums up a lot of why I love New York City. This is my friend Slick Rick, not the rapper, but he is Slick Rick as well. And I just love that, the car phone and the bravado. It's just like, this photo to me sums up so much of New York of like, yo, what's poppin'? Keep moving. Are you guys familiar with this image? So, a few years ago, Tebe asked me to shoot his cover of his album, Doris. This was a really important album for him. It was the first time he'd had an album under like a label, don't say like, fucking don't say like. He had an album on, this was when he was on Columbia. I think it was Columbia/Tan Cressida. For me to shoot a photo of a cover of an album for Columbia Records is a big deal. That's where Miles Davis was. Columbia Records is probably a stupid institution, but whatever. It meant a lot to me. I was able to walk down the street with my girlfriend in New York, and we saw the posters. It was the coolest feeling. And then I'm in LA, I see the posters, and it's just so cool. And again, like, this kid's like a shining light to me. Like, to be someone of my age and to be a part of their lives in such a big way, if anyone follows the last 10 years, like, he's become a big part of my life. So I was so glad to do that, and then the wonderful graffiti artist Earsnot did the writing. So let's keep it moving. I can stop bragging about my album endeavors. So, that is not my house. In the background, those are not my lemon and orange trees, but it is across the street from where I live now in Pasadena. I just moved to Pasadena recently. So, that's one of my paintings, and the other day, I was at home and I had a repairman come to fix my washer and dryer. My washer and dryer would have violent sex with each other. And it was so loud, it would rocked the whole house, and they had such violence in it. Unhinged itself. Now these are very, very heavy items. Matthew and I could not move them. So I said, you know, I need someone to come out, fix these washer and dryers. Lovely Armenian man, younger than me, closer to your guys' age, comes to my house, and his name's Leonard. And he says, because that painting's in my living room, this painting's finished, too bad you can't see the baby's eyes, because that was the hardest part to do. So, Leonard, he's fixing my washer and he steps back, he's looking at my painting and he goes, I like this. I didn't mention the painting, it's on his own. I like this. You've got the cub and the mother, they eat, and the baby float down, he don't know what's going on. I like it. It's my first review, was from the washer and dryer guy, so I'll be able to make sure I cover that at the next Whitney biennial. Back to you guys real quick, let me just hit you with something. I hope you know a lot more than you're believing. All of you. I hope you know a lot more than you're believing. I stole that from Neil Young. You gotta read, guys. You gotta read fucking books. You got to read fucking books. The thing is with reading and not being on your telephone, you read the written word, you're doing the same process anyone did before you in time. White people, Chinese people, like anybody. You read a book out of something made out of paper, printed, like, I don't care who it is. Reading can help you with everything you do, designing things, painting, taking photos, digital design. You create the images in your head. John Fonte doesn't know what he looks like or his characters look like in my head. He's dead. You know. Malcolm Gladwell gives me troves of information. You know. And I take that and do what I want with it. It's a beautiful thing. The importance of reading is astronomical, and I hope you guys do it, and it's important to me. I will say this though. Don't think that as me being judgmental at all. You guys have all gone, aside from the skateboard community of the greater Phoenix area here, which I thank you for coming, guys, the non-state station, the FA fans. Okay, outside of the skateboarders, which I assume you all dropped out of high school like me. But to you college students, please know, I know that you guys went through a tremendous amount of academia to get here. And it's fucking hard. It's very difficult. I wouldn't have done anything you guys did. Because I just wouldn't, I just didn't. And I come from just different circumstances, you know. I was moved 22 times by the time I was 17 years old. Let me play a little violin for myself. But I come from anything but anything organized. I come from a very, very, very disorganized childhood that was mixed with, you know, it's an interesting time when you're like 7 years old, right before your dad goes to jail, and you don't know if your mom's gonna be thrown out of the vehicle tonight. You know, and shit like that. But I'm only saying that because I know this shit helped. All the bad helped me get to where I am. All of it. And I was never sexually abused and none of that shit. You know, but I just saw violence on psycho levels. And then I went on to become the teenager filled with all this kind of shocking shit I saw. I saw a guy headless in Japan. I saw a kid get his throat slit in Europe. I was on acid in New York, and I saw a dead man under a taxi cab, all mangled up from a motorcycle. I've hit my head so many times since I was a young person. I know I have like that CTE shit, because I've done it on concrete. So we're talking 5 knockouts, like since I was a kid. So that's there. My ex-wife made me aware of that, amongst everything else that's wrong with me. Don't get married. Tuesday, you're a genius. And fucking Thursday, you're a bitch, you don't know shit. Who's speaking at ASU, though? Babe. my ex-wife is a better painter than I am. Where are you going? Okay. Okay, we'll take a break. Just kidding. No, my wife's a much better painter than I am. So let's keep it moving and painting. So God, these are really terrible photos of my paintings. Anyways, I prepared. One thing I did see is I saw 9/11. Pretty shocking. I saw it with my eyes. IRL, once again, as you guys. I survived 9/11 IRL. Just kidding. No, I saw this shit, and it was insane. It changed my fucking life, and I think it's changed the world. I think as we were, we're always living in post-slavery. Now it's like the double dichotomy of post-9/11, post-slavery. Now you're watching post-9/11, post-slavery. We were moving into interracism and equality next, But yeah, these big life TV shows, keeping up with the Kardashians, keeping up with the humans. Keep it moving. This painting's not finished. Oh, that's a better image. So, that's a woman laying down in the background. See her mouth, and then there's this fire ring around where I'm going to paint an eyelash, and there's a golden Buddha, and that's me as a centaur. The reason you don't see hands in paintings is because people can't paint hands sometimes. So with me, with my hands, when it comes to painting, I want to see some shit. I want to see some like fucking figures that kind of make something, and fuck abstract art to me. It's got to be some shit. I want to see some shit going on. I want to see shit on fire. I want to see a baby floating downstream. I want to see something. Just be excited. Just do shit. Like whether you're making clothes, whether you're doing anything. Are you actually writing down what I'm saying? Holy shit! This is insane. Wow. Welcome to the event. You're about 45 minutes late. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, like, just make excitement. Those Adidas will be coming out in 2 months, so. So these are my paintings from 2 years ago, and some of these are hung up in the FA store on Hollywood Boulevard. I hung them very high in the store so people couldn't see the detail, because I'm still, like I'm up here talking about my shit, but I'm just like you guys. I'm like, oh, does it suck? These are okay, but I like my paintings now much more. And if they were in person, you can see how clear they are. But they aren't bad, but it's just like, this is like a couple of years ago after I made a bunch of bad paintings. It's like, fuck, I'm really like, whatever about it, frustrated. And I was satisfied enough to be like, yeah, go ahead, hang these in the store. And then, yeah. But the thing is about painting, I think that you should all do it. Painting's not that thing like with drawing, when you draw and you start to draw and the nose sucks and the eyes suck. Painting's okay. I could be over here, I could be over here. You ever seen Picasso? I mean, Jesus. Like, and the thing about painting can teach you, not teach, but the act of painting can really, really help you figure out what you're good at. Because it's so difficult, it's such a process. So making yourself do it, like reading the book. Once you've done it, you're in the past tense. You've done it, you have that information. You can now go with that information. And with painting, you could be like, yeah, I painted some shit. And your friends can see it and they can say, hey, that sucks. Or they can say, hey, that's cool, keep going. Luckily, some of you people have already bought t-shirts with my art on it, so I'm pretty good. Keep it moving. And this painting's on styrofoam. Just because you can't always go to Blick and get a canvas or like go to my friend's stage studio and grab canvases. It's like it's shit in front of you. I think some of the best shit that I've ever made for FA is stuff that's in front of me where I try to make a graphic out of something and I like look at something else. I said, oh, that's the thing. And it's something on the floor that I misplaced, whatever. Things on the floor, we'll get to in a little bit. So this is a painting of two women embracing in the ocean, and once again it's on styrofoam. And I didn't know this, but I was told that, that famous Scream painting? That's on cardboard. You know what I mean? That's crazy. And also, there's so much fucking styrofoam, maybe I can start something like, artists all paint on styrofoam to save the planet. Hey, I got this shirt on. So, next image, please. Okay. So, this leads me to the part of where you think you know where your life is going. You think you know what you were going to do. You think you're pretty sure. I'm like, yeah, I'll probably do this. Like when I was a kid, I was like, I'll probably work at the 76 station on Warner Avenue in 19th. Because that's what my sister's boyfriend does. And I'll probably live in this trailer park for the rest of my life. Nothing happens the way you think it's going to happen. None of this. None of this. Do yourselves a favor. Do not chase relationships. If your friends suck, you suck. If your friends are sitting around fucking vaping and fucking listening to Lil Xan and shit, you suck. You suck. You suck. You suck now. You suck all over. You can be so much more than all that. Look, I like weed. I like good rap. I like Herbo. I like the violent shit. It's way too crazy. I can't even play this stuff in the store these days. I'm like, Jesus, do you hear what he's saying? So the thing is, back to it, guys, is like, you don't know where you're going to end up. Like, don't say what I was a professional skateboarder. I had done X amount of acid, and I had hit my head as many times as I had, and I'd been going to New York since I was 17, and I found myself living there in my early 20s, and this is a photo of a moment in time. Now, if 9/11 happened right now, this photo's pretty dire, I'd say. And now, I'm not trying to save face for this photo, but Michael, who took the photo, is here, the other half of FA. And, you know, I'm not showing this to be like, yeah, look, no, it's hard to look at sometimes. It's insane. It's a moment in time. But, once again, if 9/11 happened right now, be someone with their poodle and their latte, and hashtag sad, hashtag worst day ever. And that's okay. It's all become Idiocracy. If you haven't seen the movie Idiocracy, please watch it. It's a great documentary about our time. What, you mean water from the toilet? If you've seen Idiocracy, you'll know what I mean. Let me look at my notes here. So, this changed my life, and this changed Mike's life. And FA was born this day, basically. That's when we said, hey, we're gonna do our thing. Again, you don't know where this is all gonna take you. Life, college, friendships, relationships. Back to the relationship thing. You will destroy your life if you chase a significant other that's whack. I did. You're also looking at someone who wasted a decade of his life on drugs, in bars. Now I had a great time. But I do regret not taking advantage of being alive. I still regret it, but I had fun. It all matters, you know? It all fucking matters. Not your phone, not the fucking news, not the bullshit. It all matters to you, your physical being. We have all eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. We all eat food. We all crap. We all have sex. It's fucking insane. I can't believe this works. I can't believe every day I get in the shower. This shit fucking works, man. Turn it as hot as I want. Down a little bit, as hot as I want. This shit works. It's crazy. Life's fucking crazy. Life is totally fucking crazy. I'm a high school dropout. I'm speaking at a university. Anything can happen. Next photo, please. Now, this is my old apartment. I lived directly behind the Supreme store in Los Angeles for 6 years. It was insane. It was insane. To me, you aren't making good shit unless your living room looks like that. Oddly enough, I do not make a mess of my painting. It's a strange thing. I'm very clean in my painting, right, Matthew? Matthew's in your shirt. But this is how FA is made. nothing off the glowing screen. You hold, feel, smell books. They have a unique smell. They come from different years. It's a mess. But that's how it's made. That's how I do it. And this is a very tame mess. And this is very early FA, too. So keep it moving. We did a lookbook recently. The lookbook's 150 pages, and it's filled with just a ton of imagery and the clothes, and I'm just super proud of it. It came out very nice. So we went and made another one. Next one. And it's bigger, and it's better. It's like 250 pages. People's response to these books have been really, really just encouraging, and just, we're talking printed matter in your era, printed matter, post-Napster, post-MySpace, post all the bullshit. People are buying things I made to look at alone. I'm so happy. You know what I mean? That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. So keep moving. The FA store. This is what it currently looks like. I did this just for ASU. I ripped everything out. Just kidding. So, why did I think I would be able to pull off doing a store on Hollywood Boulevard when I've never designed a store before? I don't know. But we went from this to this. Next one. Thank you very much. Why is there a cop car on the ceiling? Why is there a cop car on the ceiling? That's the question I get. I get it from the little children. I get it from the mom. Hey, cop car on the ceiling. Like, yeah, I know, Betty. All walks of life. To the normal kid. Dill, bro, I gotta ask you, no. What's that cop car there, man? And I go, look, Derek. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. Put the cop car up there, so you'd be like, holy fuck, how'd you do that? Because anything's possible. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. I dropped out of high school at 16. I talking to you, you listen to what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
That was not. My uncle showed up. Thank you, Larry, for laughing at everything I said. I'm saying, like, you know, like, my linguistics, my vernacular, all this shit is not taught. And I'm not saying it's appropriate or right or even, you know, whatever. It's just, I'm a self-taught bastard. And, again, anything's possible. I'm speaking to you guys, and we're at this university and you're listening. Anything's possible. If your friends suck, you suck. Okay, cover that. I should get this out of the way because you guys are going to go on, like some of you guys are going to go on to do, you know, a bunch of different shit and make clothes at places. And I got to tell you, high fashion is fucking horrible. Why do you want to look like rich people? Why do you keep coming in with a Gucci bag and he can't pay for his car at my store? Why do you want to look like rich people? Rich people are the worst people ever. And famous people are the fucking worst. Oh, you got a stylist? You don't know how to dress. Watch out for these rich people. Watch out for these famous people. It's a bunch of bullshit. Most people, you're going to be in jobs and positions where they're going to come to you and say, well, what would you do with this? And you're going to say, hey, I do this or do that, whatever. And then someone else is going to come in and they're going to try to look good in front of the higher ups that are at this job. Now, I'm talking about the corporate world. I'm not talking about the beautiful establishment of FA, where every human, we don't do this stupid shit. But you guys, I'm talking about your future. You have jobs where you have to deal with like some chick named you know, Frank, and he's like, I don't like his ideas, and I don't like her ideas because I think this is it. Guess what? Your idea was probably superior. And you'll always get fought about it because someone will look better in front of the higher-ups at Nike or whatever. So your shit gets stepped on. Someone's like, oh, I came in and I said we should redo it. It sucks. I'm just preparing you for what it is. Like, you'd be real lucky you work for Coming to the Cafe with me. Because we're human, man. None of that corporate bullshit of just whatever. It's like, the world don't need another shirt. Every night I go to bed on something like you guys, like, oh man, coronavirus, we're gonna kill this big disease, and like, yeah, humanity, like, it's so much you want to swallow your tongue. It's just so crazy, right? The world does not need another t-shirt. If there's an environmental hell, I will be going to it. I cut down trees, we shape them into skateboards, we wrap them in plastic, covered in carcinogenic paint. Thank you, Mother Nature. The world doesn't need another t-shirt. But what are we gonna do? We're gonna stop? We're gonna fucking stop doing this shit? You know? You're gonna stop making music? You're gonna stop surfing? Like, everything's pollutants. We are pollutants. I wanna wear a shirt every day of my life that says garbage maker. I'm a pro garbage maker. I make garbage. So, why did I think I could design a store on Hollywood Boulevard that would be super ultra dynamic? I think because I had to. I'm not kidding. I fucking had to do it. When you have a company that young people like yourselves like at the level that you do, it's my responsibility to make sure you guys know that I'm putting everything I can into this. Everything. Because the world's fucked. If I make you guys happy, well, I go to bed. And I'm like, oh, fucking they liked it. It's not that bad out there. And Winnie the Pooh comes in my dream, he's like, bitch, I know, like, you think shit's sweet, but shit about to get apocalyptic and shit. I'm like, man, Winnie the Pooh, why can't I just sleep? I'm very, very proud of this store. I'd say this is probably sorry, we have some sort of official something. Can I help you, sir? Can I help you? Can I help you? Can I help you? Can someone have this man exit or enter? Choose. Why are the cops here?
Fire marshal. There's too many people in the room. And they have to know about the event before you could, like, host it. I work here.
Sorry for the brief interruption. Can we get those doors closed? And hey, you kids back there, come sit on the stairs. You guys, come sit on the stairs, please. I know you young people aren't very punctual, and that's okay. So as these young people are sitting down, we will go on to talking about what the hell I was talking about. So, the FA store, 6556 Hollywood Boulevard. In my head, in all reality, I just figured if I treat the store like art, I treat it importantly. The people visiting my store will treat the store like a gallery. Everything from the music we play to everything is a very coordinated thing that I want you to have a certain feeling that you walk through and you experience it all around you. And ain't nothing for sale until you get to like close. That's the point. It's a whole thing. I watched many documentaries about Trader Joe's and how they did the whole thing and reflipped the store game. I reread the Bob Dylan book, Chronicles, because that's one person that's audience kind of fucked his head up. They got in his head and made him redictate it. I love you guys, but you ain't getting my head. Next photo, please, Matthew. This is one of the collages in the store. It's about 9 or 10 feet tall by 8 feet wide. These were collages I did on paper that were about yay big, yeah? And then when you blow it up, obviously you get all the stuff that was small, it's not bigger. And that's one collage. And then go to the next one. Hey, and that's Aetion. She works at the store. She's a lovely woman. And just for the size reference, I have it standing there and presented to you guys. And these are the, where do you know? These are other collages. I forget, a lot of collages. So the next photo. Hey, go Devils! So that's me in front of the collage. Keep it moving. This is the opening night party we had, and obviously we had visitors from all over the world. As you can see how she's dressed. I think she might be from Morocco. But no, that photo, that night, I only wish for you as human beings that you could have a night like that. I can't even remember what happened. I couldn't even remember one moment of that night. I wasn't even drinking. I love champagne. But like, right, Mike? Can you remember anything from that night? It was like a glowing flash of, here's your fucking life. Look at that. And then we're in the now. And it's like a year ago. A year ago, doesn't say like. Shaking hands with the security guard, Hollywood Boulevard, and the many people waiting in line. Again, I'm so thankful. I can't believe this. It's crazy. Next photo. Nighttime, there's my friend Curtis being like, what up? That chick's kind of hot over there. Let me get a drink. So everybody hanging out. Carter works at Supreme. Yeah, there's the store. There's the store. Next photo. And there's me with the team. There's me with my team. That would be Mr. Anthony England, Sean Pablo, Elijah Burrow, Aiden Mackey, Kevin Bradley, and Nakel Smith. What's missing is Sejal Cesar, Louis Lopez, and is that all my kids? Tyson Jones, thank you. Last but not least, Tyson Jones. So, I'll say it quickly. I have such a close relationship with these guys that write for my team. It's really insane. I know their mothers. I know them since they're all super young, and they're like family. It's crazy. They care a lot. This photo was in fucking GQ, and I was interviewed for GQ. What? You know what I mean? Still, I'm like, what? But then, the fucking kook who wrote the fucking article, not kook, because he said all that shit about me, but it's like, I was living in Ventura at the time. He said, I gotta come up, interview you for GQ, we gotta do these photos, we gotta do this interview, all this stuff. I was like, wow, it's quarterly, that's crazy. So I said, yeah, man, and it's like this, he's a young guy, he had to fly out from New York, and he comes, he said, okay, we're going to, he was there for the photo shoot with just me, and then the next day was the kids, but I'm in Ventura, I think, I'm gonna take this guy to a nice restaurant, like, article comes out, yeah, so Dill takes me to this fancy restaurant, not what I was expecting. Like, I'm gonna keep it real, and go to fucking Taco Bell? Yeah, I go to a fancy restaurant, I make money. Like, not what I was expecting. Whatever. So, is that the last of the photos? So, look at my notes. What you really like now, what you're really, really passionate about now, you may really be passionate about later. But pick and choose. Pick and choose. You know, if you're gonna be really into something like music and all this shit, like find the sources, like what influenced your favorite dudes. 9 times out of 10, the things you like a lot, that's not the original dude that did it. You dig deeper, you find out, like, oh shit, Bob Marley worked as like a fucking blacksmith with Desmond Decker, and Desmond Decker's one actually put him on. And Bob Marley was like actually the last one to become a Rasta. Wait, Bob Marley was like the last likely in Jamaica to become king? He was doing Motown music, straighten his hair, and all of a sudden, now we have Bob fucking Marley? Bob Marley's a universe of its own. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Don't repeat yourself. I do. But I mean, don't repeat yourself as far as product. Don't repeat yourself as far as, keep it moving. Like all that, like, people with their poster campaigns, it's the same shit every time, and artists with the same shit every time is boring. It's just mad boring. How long have I been up here? Like 35 minutes? 50. Jesus Christ, okay, so I can talk. Okay, so once again, I really appreciate you guys hearing me, listening to what I said. I really, really, really am touched to be speaking in front of you young people at this fine establishment. And I thank you again for coming. Hopefully, you like anything I have to say. And I thank you so much. And we're not done, guys, we're not done. We will now turn this over to a question and answer situation. And I'll gladly answer your questions for about 15 minutes. But, hold on, guys. But again, I'm not joking, guys. Like, thank you so much. Thank you. So, is everybody situated? So, yes, sir. I think I explained myself. Very good. Did you read it?
Yeah, I did.
What's your name?
Kenneth Shirley.
Kenneth Shirley. And you live on the Rosebud Reservation?
I live in Navajo.
Navajo. Kenneth here's Navajo, and he's friends with my friend Walt of the Lakota Sioux, and I am part of the Lakota Sioux tribe by association. The Lakota Sioux are located in Pine Ridge, that's South Dakota. Nice to see you, Kenneth. I still have your card. It's in my house. So, and that bracelet, so nice. Kenneth gave me the sickest bracelet. Anywho, I was asked to come to the Lakota Sioux Reservation about 7 years ago, and it's the poorest county in the nation. That's Kyle, South Dakota, and it's the two reservations, which is Rosebud and Pine Ridge. Pine Ridge is Wounded Knee, where that atrocity happened. The Native American youth have a terrible situation on their hands where they are so removed and put in a desolate area of America. There's no post office, there's a lot of things that don't work on a regular basis that work for us, and these kids are committing suicide at a very alarming rate. And it's just a shame. And so I'm part of an organization called the Stronghold Society to try to help these kids not commit suicide, so that's that. Kenneth, again, good to see you, but Liza, my teacher, told me, it's James L. Lowen, I believe, and the thing is about reading, right, Kenneth? Like, reading isn't fun. Always, is it? You turn that next page, you're like, it can't get worse. Oh, it's worse. Reading's not fun. Information is not always fun. Information is not always fun. It's in your head now, and you know that shit took place in history. That shit really happened. What the fuck is wrong with people? Are you kidding me? So that's that. Okay, next question. Not with Polish shirt on, thank you. What's your question?
I know you guys don't want to do that, so if they really want to make a big deal out of it, they can grab us. Because this dude's inspiration. I went to his shop.
Yes.
I'm not going to leave. I'm not here.
Yes.
So you ever think or sit at night, like you say, and think about how you're the exact opposite of that, embodying like such a great figure for all members of FA and doing what you're doing?
Do I think about my own position? No. No. I mean, it's quite obvious I'm not something.
Why'd you leave Alien Workshop?
Excuse me, sir. We have an organized event going on, and you want to stay where you are in your seat again?
You just answered the question.
You could actually shut the fuck up.
You just told me you're not going to answer my question.
How about you take your Polish shirt and get the fuck out of here?
How about no?
Everybody else! Nobody noticed me this morning. I'm sorry. I thought I gave you a nice amount of my time downstairs, but I had 3 minutes to prepare to come here. Oh, now you want to get on his phone and be like Snapchat.
That's crazy. Keep talking. Go for it, dude.
Bro, bounce out of here, dog.
Get the fuck out of here.
Can I get some help?
Hey, get this guy out of here.
Get the fuck out of here!
You leave, first of all.
Fuck you,
I'm not
move,
cursing.
bro. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Seriously.
I'm not leaving.
Please leave. Thank you. Hey guys, let's keep the cursing down, but please leave. Thank you. You're not to be here.
I'm not leaving. I can stay here. I didn't
You're
violate any laws.
interrupting the time, bud. You're making about you. Can you please
pointed
stop
me.
talking? I'll continue.
Continue.
You can write it down.
You don't try to organize your people telling them to yell at me, first of all. You're a fucking heckler. Beat me up.
Question. Yes, sir. What's your name? Austin. Thank you very much.
I read an interview a while ago when you talked about the guys on FA and how they all had an overarching sense of goodness about them, anything they tried to do. I was wondering from your perspective, if there's like certain things that you see that's kind of like congruent with everyone to help us like strive to be like that. Do you think that they're just like that, or did work their way to become that? And kind of like what tips you have in your own life to kind of like push us to have that overarching sense of goodness whenever we do.
Just be a good person. Just be a good person. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. Hey, Goose? Yes, sir. It's been on the team. It's been living on a rock hard. You got the Instagram? Shop all the way in the back, glasses. Who, Mark and I? Well, Mark doesn't have a phone, so you email him. The fact that I've been able to become best friends, well, not best friends, but the fact that I've been able to become close with my childhood heroes is shocking. You know what I mean? It's been a very strange experience. It's like as if I was super into jazz and I like, really wanted to get good on the horn, and all of a sudden I'm at a pizza shop in Huntington Beach, California, and there's Miles Davis. You know what I mean? It's like, holy shit, are you kidding me? I get to breathe the air and talk with you and do this? So yeah, man, like, Mark means the world to me. Yes, pink FA sweatshirt, thank you, blonde hair.
How was that night that you and Dill almost got arrested?
They almost got arrested. I'm the smarter one. Mark's driving a very fast Mercedes through the streets of Paris. No, I'm not you, man. Next question right there, FA shirt, thank you.
When's the next video coming out? Full length.
Next question. All the way in the back with the is Disney or Diamondbacks, Devils? D-backs, hey! What's up?
When you decided to come and talk to the
I didn't decide to come talk here. I was asked to come talk here.
what was your objective for yourself when you were giving this talk and your objective press?
How'd you think I did? How'd you think I did?
But I want to know what your goal was for yourself.
To talk to as many people as possible that are interested in things that I've created. Yes, sir. Supreme High.
What's your favorite song right now?
What?
What's your favorite song right now?
I really like that wild jam that Tebe put on his new shit, Feet of Clay. He's got that song that's called East. I want to walk out to it. It's like if Larry David made a beat. All right, you sunglasses on your neck.
When you showed us the picture of your room where you create stuff,
Living room, yeah.
yeah, you have all the stuff on the floor. Do you feel like the art already exists, like the art you're going to create already exists, and it's a big puzzle you're putting together?
No. Next question. Yes, sir.
So you don't have to go too into depth with this kind of big question, but I always want to talk to successful people and ask them.
Well, I like talking to people dressed in shades of green. It's a good job.
What top 5 things do you need? What top 5 things can you say you need to succeed in this day and age?
Originality, personality, fuckitness, worth-itness, and I don't know. Because, you know, it's like, it's all your own experience. Yes, your name's Noah.
Yes, sir. You said be a good person, don't be a dick. What's a good person and what makes a dick?
We know. We all know. We all know. We were children, and then we become adults. Some adults have been hurt by people in the past, and they become dicks in the future. Yes, you hurt your hand. I've done this 5 times and broke my wrist. What's up? What? What happens after you die? TV's off. TV's off. You don't know Gilligan Island's on repeat? Because you're dead. TV's off. Why am I more important than a rose? You know what I mean? Why are you? Why are we? But it's really fucked to be in the shower, right? And you think, a human vessel on this earth to where all this shit was spinning around the goddamn galaxy, and all the ingredients came to this Earth, and then all of a sudden the dinosaurs get hit by a big fucking cataclysmic hit, and us, aquatic apes, can come out of the ocean and exist because the big predators are no longer there. Now, many people in this room might have a cross around their neck. Should have a comet around their neck. Without the cataclysmic event, would we exist? What do we fear? Cataclysmic event, judgment. I will be wearing the comet. Thank you very much, folks. So appreciate it. Love you guys. Thank you.
Just like that. Alex, what's good, bro?
How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in trench.
You go to law school here, right?
I started in August.
Hell yeah, that's super sick. Yeah, I'm here right now. So you're like living here or whatever?
No, I Oh, for sure.
I feel like inspired.
Hey, listen, let's have a conversation real quick. Let's have a conversation real quick. The man was talking, and you're gonna try to interrupt him like that? Come on. Why are you trying to get off the fucking social media, bro? Exactly what he was talking about, bro. Exactly what he was talking about, dude. You're a bum, dog. You're a bum. You work here too, G. What are you talking about? Why are you gonna interrupt him?
I can help, it's so stupid.